Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. How you doing? Welcome. Right. Let's see here. We got a bunch of people. You can turn your cameras on if you want and say hi. I'm going to share that video screen. Hello. Where are you? Where are you from? We got a full house already. That's great. We got, let's see here. I'm looking at my chat. Rui says good morning. Stranger says hello. It's 5 o'clock. Oh, keep your microphones off, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, Serge. Keep your microphones off, everybody. Let's see. Georgia, where was it? I missed it. 5 o'clock in Georgia. Zion says hello. Galaxy, good evening. Homunculus, hi, Coach. Rui from Brazil. Ray, Coach Shane, hi. He's in China. Mary in China, too. Elizaveta, hello. Thomas, hello. Soy, hi. Belarus. Welcome. Belarus is in the house. Russia's in the house. 4 p.m. in Russia. 3 p.m. in France. Welcome, everybody. Great. Hi. Hey there. I see Serge there. I see Julia. And who's that young man down there at the bottom? I can't see his name, but hi, young man with the headphones on. We call him Cans. There you go. All right. All right. Welcome, everybody. This is day 2 of the Listening English Masterclass. That's a really ugly scene there. Yeah, let's get that out of there. There we go. Yeah, I didn't choose the music, believe it or not. I did not choose the music. The person that chose the music said, we need to have energy music, things that get people's blood pumping. So I said, how about AC/DC and Def Leppard and Lynyrd Skynyrd, things like that? And they said, no. You might have young people and they don't know about good music. Oh, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I would have preferred AC/DC. Maybe the next time I do it, we'll have AC/DC. 9 p.m. in China, 3 p.m. in Spain. Hello from Tashkent. Argentina's in the house. I love it. Hades in the house, 9 a.m., same time zone as me. So I hope you have your water and your coffee. Let me have some coffee. Love it. So today, what we're going to do, yesterday in day 1, we went through an entire DDM script, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this so that you can see it. And what we did together was we dictated all of the red sections, okay? And that took us a long time. Not too bad. We had fun together. Yesterday, though, people in the beginning, it was very interesting. I would play the audio, I would show the video, and then I would ask them to dictate, and like everybody was doing great. Everybody was writing everything, a bunch of geniuses. I was thinking, oh my God, maybe I don't have a job. And then I realized everybody was looking at the captions. So you were cheating. So yeah, looking at captions is great. However, if you want to master English on your own, if you want to be able to travel around, if you want to be able to have a conversation face to face with somebody, if you're in the US or the UK or Australia, some English speaking place, there are no captions. So stop using captions as much as possible. I always tell my members, my DDM members, never use captions, build those listening muscles. So anyway, we did the dictation. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss the video. We're going to talk about everything here, make sure we understand, and hopefully it'll be funny. Let's see. We're going to do the EVC quiz at the very end here. Now, I sent this in the email, so hopefully you received it. Speaking of, I got to do something real quick. Then now, okay, good. We're gonna do the EVC quiz. That's right here. We have to fill in these blanks, and we're gonna do the AWS. I'm going to pick some of you guys, and you're going to be Hollywood stars, and we're going to do the LTA. I'm gonna pick a couple people, and we're gonna do the LTA together. We have 2 prize drawings. There's a special offer. End I'll be answering your questions. So I hope that you guys have lots of questions. And yeah, I think we're ready to get started. So I sent the answers to you in your email. I hope you had a chance to listen. What we're going to do right now, I'm going to get rid of our video screen, and we're going to watch the video one more time from beginning to end, and then we're going to go through it line by line. So this is about 3 minutes. I hope that you enjoy. I'll make it bigger. Hopefully everybody's on a PC. It makes the viewing so much nicer. And here
I guess she's batted around and she's back at the top of the order.
Boy, a month in Europe with Elaine. That guy's coming home in a body bag.
All right, that is the scene. Now, I asked yesterday, we watched the video once yesterday, and I asked people, how much did you understand? 100%? I think actually 1 or 2 people said 100%. Maybe 1 or 2 people said 80%. About half of the people said 50%, and the rest of the people 30%, 20%, or 0. Okay, and I totally understand. That's why I created this class. When I lived in Korea, and I told this story yesterday. When I lived in Korea, I studied the Korean language, and I had no idea what people were saying. I knew, like, 10 words, 20 words, where's the bathroom? How much is this? Beer, please. That's basically what I knew. However, I was in the Army, and we were sent to the country, the deep country. And this is back in the 1980s. So in the country in Korea, basically no one spoke English. So there was essentially 0 communication. So when my Army buddies and I went to town, we would order noodles, beer, bathroom. That was the conversation. Okay. But every Tuesday, I think it was every Tuesday and Wednesday, we went into the nearest village, and we always went to the same restaurant, not really a restaurant, kind of a cafe. But anyway, we went to the same place at the same time, and we always arrived around 8 p.m. So as soon as we arrived, we ordered our food, we ordered our beers, and then they had a little television, and they always watched the same show. And they had the same show on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So we were there for like 3 months. So, guys, we talk, but we also watch TV. And as time went by, even though I didn't understand anything that was happening in the drama, the words themselves, I could tell you the situation. So I was very comfortable with only listening and watching in Korean. So later on, when I became a full-time English teacher, I realized too many people analyze the English language. They need a dictionary. They need to see the words. They need to understand the grammar. And that's important, but it's not going to help you build your listening skills or your understanding skills. And most English students, especially adult level like you guys, you studied a lot of English. You studied a lot of grammar. You studied a lot of vocabulary, okay? But still you have this listening and sometimes understanding and speaking problem, pronunciation. So I realized, wow, when I became a teacher in 1995, about 1995, maybe 1994, I created DDM for my students. And we would watch shows just like this, and I would give them the script, but first they had to write everything down. It took forever. However, it was very popular, and it grew in popularity, and here I am today. Now I'm a young man of, I think I'm 37 years old. Do I look 37? Yeah, 37 or 55, something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, so that's how this all came to be through my experience. And so yesterday we did the dictation. Now we need to make sure we understand everything. So we did the red section yesterday. I'll read this stuff here. Monks. This is Monks. This is the restaurant that our characters always go to. We have 4 main characters. The characters are Jerry, George, Kramer, and Elaine. And this show is called Seinfeld. Now, how many of you out there know Seinfeld? In the chat room, just say yes, yes, or no, no. How many know Seinfeld? Nobody. Yes. Okay, good. One person. No. Yes, by you. Good, good. Yes, good. Oh, quite a few. Oh, more than I thought. That's great. Seinfeld absolutely is the best sitcom to study for English. Now, it doesn't mean it's the funniest or the most interesting, but for English, it really is the best. And the reason is every episode is about something completely different. Now, if you watch Friends or Big Bang Theory or House MD, these are great shows. I love the shows. They're very entertaining. But the problem with Friends is it's basically the same conversation in different ways, okay? And to be honest, if you study Friends, after probably 3 months, you will pretty much understand every Friends episode. And that's great. It really builds your confidence. If you're a doctor or a nurse, a medical professional, and you watch House, again, probably after about 3-4 months, your understanding of House will be very, very good, even though House is actually quite difficult because of the medical terms. But Seinfeld is regular daily English about every possible situation you can imagine, at the post office, renting a car, at the bakery, all of these different situations. Of course, there's relationship stuff too, but then there's this conversation right here. And Americans, maybe you too, I don't know, we have the same conversation. Is anybody here from Holland? I'm guessing no. I'm guessing no. We have a DDM student, Kees. He's actually from Holland. Is anybody here from the Netherlands? Nobody's from the Netherlands. Okay. Is anybody here Dutch? Are there any Dutch people here? Now, obviously, I think some of you know this is all the same thing, right? It's all the same damn thing. But why are they using 3 different words, completely different words? Holland, Netherlands, that's the name of the country. Dutch, the name of the people. Why? What makes them so special that they have 3 different words? And this is confusing for a lot of people. I remember I was confused when I was maybe 9 years old, not as an adult, but you know, you get confused. And that's George's situation right now. He knows the Netherlands, but what is Holland? Now, Jerry, oh, by the way, if you know Seinfeld, they have mustaches. George has a mustache and Jerry has a mustache. Do the Seinfeld characters normally have a mustache? Yes or no? Of course not. No, not at all. Never. They're always clean shaven. So this is the beginning of season 9, the last Seinfeld season. And suddenly the very first show, the very first scene, we see the guys have mustaches. So as soon as we see the guy, George and Jerry with mustaches, it's funny. Like, oh my God, what the heck are they doing? So anyway, George says, what is Holland? Now, Jerry knows that Holland, the Netherlands, and the Dutch are the same thing. So he doesn't understand the question. What do you mean? What is it? It's a country right next to Belgium. And again, the American pronunciation, Belgium. And George says, no, that's the Netherlands. Holland is the Netherlands, you idiot. Then who are the Dutch? And once again, it is a funny question because, believe it or not, many Americans, and maybe some of you might not actually know that it's the same thing. Now, I have here pointing at his stash, Jerry's stash, mustache, pointing at his stash like this. If you can see me, I don't know. He says, you know, I cannot stand this thing anymore. Some say the screen is blurry. Yeah, it'll clean up. And I am recording this, so stick with me. But yeah, I understand the screen is sometimes blurry, but it should clean up. It should clean up. I cannot stand this thing anymore. This is an excellent expression. I can't stand this thing anymore. Instead of cannot stand, what can we say? You can type it in the chat room. Hate, exactly. I hate this thing. Obviously, we can't have any more, but I cannot stand this thing anymore. I hate this thing. I hate this mustache. George says, I know, I hate it too. I hate my mustache too. I feel like an out-of-work porn star. Yeah. Now, I'm afraid to Google this. Yeah, I'm not going to Google it because I don't know what we'll see. But I think in 2023 with the internet, everybody knows what a porn star is. If you don't, it's an actor. In this case, we're talking about an actor for SEXX, or just one X, actually triple X. And I don't know why. Right now, I'm looking at the room and I saw a couple of guys. I think I saw, who was it? There was a guy up there earlier. I see Alexander. Alexander's like me. We got a little bit of a mustache here. There was another guy with kind of a beard. Back in the 90s and 1980s, only 3 people had mustaches. Does anybody know who they were? Take a guess. Back in America, in the 80s and 90s, 3 people had mustaches. Three types of people, not actual people, 3 types of people. Any idea who they were? Number 1, motorcycle gangs, Harley Davidson, right? The Hells Angels, these tough guys. They didn't just have mustaches. They usually had beards, okay? Number 2, gay men. I'm serious. You think about the Village People. Okay, yes, that was a symbol. Okay, not anymore. And number 3, porn stars. Okay, porn stars. Somebody said sheriff. That goes back to the 1800s. It's possible. But we had this stereotype. Same thing like with a tattoo. Nowadays, everybody has a tattoo. But tattoos back in the 1980s, 1990s, only Harley Davidson motorcycle gang guys had tattoos. Bad guys had tattoos. But when it comes to the mustache, it was Harley Davidson motorcycle gangs, gay men, and porn stars. And that's what George is saying here. George right now doesn't have a job. So he's a jobless porn star. That's what he feels like when he walks down the street with his mustache. So that's kind of funny. Jerry says, I told you we should have taken some kind of vacation, a summer vacation. Why didn't we take a summer vacation? George says, well, why didn't we? Why didn't we do that? Because you said this would be better. You said this, and he's pointing. Now, whenever you hear the word this, that, here, there, pay attention to the video because absolutely they'll be using body language, okay? You said this would be better. This meaning mustache. You said a mustache would be better. Remember, a vacation from ourselves. That's what you said. A vacation from ourselves. What does that mean? That means you have your regular life. So I'm Coach Shane. I'm an English teacher every day. I got 2 little boys. I got a German Shepherd dog, a puppy. I got some cats. I got a wife. And every day it's the same thing. And over time, sometimes you get frustrated and you need a break. You need an escape. You need a vacation from yourself. Who's yourself? English teacher Shane, dad, puppy owner, cat owner, husband. I need a vacation. I need to escape and go someplace and do something else, something different from me. I need to find a new me. And that's the idea. George said growing a mustache would be a vacation from ourselves. Does that make sense? I think it does, kind of. Think about this, especially the women. A lot of women cut their hair, especially if they break up with a boyfriend or maybe get a divorce. They cut their hair. They change their diet. They dye their hair. They buy new clothes. This is basically a vacation from yourself. From your old self, you're changing. You're coming back or you're doing something new. And this is the idea. So George's idea was grow a mustache and have a vacation from ourselves. That's what you said. And obviously, was it successful? No. They hate their mustaches. They can't stand it. So they hate it. So George says, what if we grew mutton chops? Mutton chops. Any idea what mutton chops are? I'm going to split my screen so that I can access this stuff easier. I'll show you what mutton chops are. Mutton chops are, boom, 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 boom. We have a glossary in the back of the answers that I gave you. These are mutton chops. See that? This type of beard is a mutton chop. And this is I think this is a lamb. It could be a mutton, everybody, means lamb. So where did I go? Mutton right here. This means lamb or sheep meat. Okay. So, oh, what a pretty mutton. No, you don't say that. You say, oh, what a pretty sheep. What a pretty lamb. But when you have the meat, it's called mutton. Okay. Just like a cow. What's the meat from a cow called? Beef, right? And the meat from a pig is called pork. Steak. Yeah. And the meat from chicken is called chicken. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, sorry. But when we call the meat from a lamb or the meat from a sheep, we call it mutton. And if you look at this is the rib, the bone, and this looks exactly the same. So this is a mutton chop. What if we grew mutton chops? So it's the same thing as a mustache, just a different style. Jerry says, no. What if we got buzz cuts? Parachute pants. Now, do you guys know what buzz cuts and parachute pants are? Buzz cuts are these. Yeah. When I was a teenager, I had long hair. Not a hippie, but I had long hair. And when I was 18 years old, I went to the Army. Oh my God. The first thing they did, shaved off my hair. They gave me a buzz cut. And believe it or not, after I got out of the Army, I grew my hair long again. And then when I started losing my hair at the top, I did not want to look like Phil Collins or who's the singer? Oh my God, I can't remember his name. The long-haired singer, sitting by the dock of the bay, got in time running away. Anyway, that guy, he's got long hair but a big bald spot. I didn't want to be that guy, so I decided I'm going to buzz cut it. That's a buzz cut. Is this going to change their summer vacation? No. Parachute pants. Once again, back to Vanilla Ice. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, these are parachute pants. If you change your fashion, can you take a vacation from yourself? If you get a buzz cut, can you take a vacation from yourself? If you grow mutton chops, can you take a vacation from yourself? Maybe, but these are pretty ugly things. So Jerry says, stop it, George. Stop it. You're stupid. I'm sorry. You've got to get a job. You're jobless right now. You're driving me crazy. And George resigned, meaning, damn it. Yes, I have to. So that's the end of the first scene. Nothing special, just a regular conversation. And they're talking about their failed summer. Their summer was stupid. It was bad. Now, the next scene. So I'm going to show you that first scene, and I'm not going to show you the script. I just want you to watch the video. Don't worry about understanding all of the audio. Just do your best to watch it and get it. Here we go.
What is Holland?
What do you mean, what is it? It's a country right next to Belgium.
No, that's the Netherlands.
Holland is the Netherlands.
Then who are the Dutch?
You know, I cannot stand this thing anymore.
I know, I hate it too. I feel like an out-of-work porn star.
I told you we should have taken some kind of vacation.
Well, why didn't we?
Because you said this would be better. Remember? A vacation from ourselves. That's what you said.
What if we grew mutton chops?
No.
Buzz cuts. parachute pants.
Stop it, George. Stop it. I'm sorry. You've got to get a job.
Damn it.
All right, that's the end of the first scene. Now, let me tell you something that happened. The next scene is Catch Comedy Club. Okay, so the first scene was at Monk's Restaurant. The next scene is at Catch Comedy Club. Now, Jerry Seinfeld, in real life, he's a stand-up comedian. Who can tell me in the chat room? Michael Bolton. Yes, thank you, Michael Bolton. Yes, I did not want to look like Michael Bolton. Thank you. Who can tell me what a stand-up comedian is in the chat room? What is a stand-up comedian? Obviously, don't write a book. It's a really simple answer, but I want to know, what's a stand-up comedian? Because not every country, exactly, perfect. Not every country has this style of humor, I found out. That's right. It's a comedian, a funny guy, who gets up on stage and tells jokes for 10 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour. Can anybody name a famous stand-up comedian? Maybe you have a favorite stand-up comedian. Who's your favorite stand-up comedian? Chris Tucker, Dave Chappelle, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey started as a stand-up comedian, and then he went into movies.
Uncle Roger.
I didn't quite hear. Keep your microphones muted, guys. Otherwise, it'll be chaos. Joe Rogan, yes. Fluffy, yeah, we studied Fluffy. That's great. That's great. Larry David, I don't think ever was a stand-up comedian. He's a writer, Larry David. Now, later he became an actor, but not a stand-up comedian. Trevor Noah is a host. Is he a comedian? I'm not really sure. Anyway, Jerry Seinfeld in real life is a stand-up comedian. And in this sitcom, he's also a stand-up comedian. Okay. So he's at the comedy club where he works. Jerry's drinking a long neck. Who can tell me what a long neck is? Eddie Murphy started that way too. That's right. Larry was a stand-up comedian. I didn't know that. Who can tell me what a long neck is? I like myself a long neck. I like myself a long neck and a lady with a short skirt. Not a giraffe. No, I'm not talking about a giraffe. What's a long neck? A turtleneck? No. A long neck is a bottle of beer. That's right, Alexia, a bottle of beer. So if you think about a bottle of beer, it's fat on the bottom, but then the neck is really long, okay? So it's a bottle of beer. So Jerry's drinking a long neck as George approaches, sporting. And when we use the word sporting, it means wearing or carrying. So Coach Shane sports glasses. He's sporting a World Cup soccer t-shirt. He's sporting a watch, okay? George is sporting something. Let's watch. What is George sporting?
Hey.
Boom. What is that? A cane. Exactly right. A cane. Not crutches. Good. That's what I wanted to see. It's a cane. C-A-N-E. It's a cane. He says, hey, check me out, huh? And Jerry says, hey, no more crutches. So the difference here, this is a cane. It's got a little hook at the top. And you usually don't have two. You just have one. These are crutches. And they used to look like this. Nowadays, they look a little bit different. But these are typical crutches. So George, in the beginning of the summer, hurt his leg really bad. And the doctor said, you might not ever walk again. But if you work hard, maybe you can. So George worked hard during the summer. He worked hard and he was on crutches forever. And now he got rid of the crutches and now he has a cane. And he's happy. You can see he's happy. He's graduated from crutches to a cane. And he says, hey, no more crutches. Jerry says, hey, no more crutches. That must be a relief. That must be great. You must feel relieved. You must feel happy. George says, yeah, with crutches, everyone has questions. Now, this is an important line, so I'm going to bring this down here. With crutches, everyone has questions. Not with a cane. Nah. With crutches, it's a funny story. With a cane, it's a sad story. So I want you guys to look at this. What does this mean? With crutches, everyone has questions. Not with a cane. With crutches, it's a funny story. With a cane, it's a sad story. Crutches, cane would be like a walking stick, but a walking stick is typically for fashion, okay? It's typically for fashion. You know, hikers, when you go hiking, you might have a walking stick, but a cane is necessary. Usually, some canes are for fashion too. My dad has a cane. So what's the difference? What's the nuanced difference with crutches and a cane? If we have a doctor here, that'd be really great. Age could be age. Ah, Alexia, your answer is beautiful. Alexia said, crutches are for a while after an accident. It could be a stupid accident, could be a serious accident, but crutches are for a short while. Once again, this picture shows you like a broken foot or broken ankle. But a cane could be forever. It's forever. Yeah, it's true. So if you see somebody on crutches, think about this. If you see somebody on crutches, it's easy to say, what happened to you? What did you do? Oh my God. And if you're a guy talking to another guy, you say, you idiot, what did you do? Okay. But if you see somebody with a cane, are you going to say, you idiot, what did you do? No, no, because a cane is more serious. Keep your microphones muted, everybody. So with crutches, it's a funny story. With a cane, it's a sad story. It's really true. It's really true. Now, George says, you through with those. Now, remember I said here, there, this, that, those. We always use body language. Okay? So watch the body language. Here we go.
Check me out, huh?
Hey, no more crutches. That must be a relief.
Yeah, with crutches, everyone has questions.
Not with a cane?
Nah, with crutches, it's a funny story. With a cane, it's a sad story. You through with those?
Was that nice what he did? You through with those? And he just takes them. So this is a bowl of snacks. It's at a bar. It's probably peanuts or popcorn. And what George did was very rude. And Jerry sees what George did being very rude. He says, that is a sad story. Okay. Now, sad can have two meanings. Number one, sad, pitiful. Oh my God, he's old, or he was in an accident. He has a handicap. He was born that way. Oh, that's sad. That's too bad. But another meaning of sad is ridiculous. That is a sad story. So here, when George says sad, he means pitiful. Oh, it's really a tragedy. But here, when Jerry says sad, the meaning actually is stupid. Okay. So this is a great example. Americans do this a lot. You say one word with one meaning, and if we disagree, or if we want to be funny, or if we want to be sarcastic, we can say the same word, but have it mean something else. And this is a classic style of sarcasm. It's great humor. Jerry changes the story. He says, hey, you should have been here tonight. Remember, George just arrived. You should have been here tonight. So we're missing a word. What word could we add? What word could we add to make this sentence better? You should have been here tonight. What word could we add to make it better? To make it easier for people to understand? Smile was the guy with the nice beard. I'm jealous. No. Earlier. You should have been here earlier tonight, because the nuance is George is here, okay? But he should have been here earlier. That's the nuance, okay? What happened earlier? Let's find out. Some guy from NBC. NBC is one of America's big television stations. Saw my set. A set would be a short comedy performance, or a band can have a set too. If a band has a set, how many of you saw the Wimbledon concert with Queen and all the other bands back in the 1980s on YouTube? Anybody see that? What an amazing concert. If you haven't seen that, you got to check it out. Was it Feed the World concert? I can't remember what it was. But each of those huge bands only performed 3, 4, 5 songs. Only 3 or 4 or 5 songs. So it's not a concert. A concert is an hour and a half, 2 hours long. But if it's just like 3 songs, 4 or 5 songs, that's called a set. Okay. And Jerry did a comedy set. So he probably told jokes for 15, 20 minutes. And some guy from NBC saw it. And now that guy from NBC wants me to do a showcase. And a showcase is a television broadcast of Jerry performing jokes. This is a huge opportunity, okay? Any comedian, any band that can get on TV, oh boy, that's a great opportunity. Okay, so this is a great opportunity for Jerry. He says, I might have another shot at a pilot. To have another shot means to have another chance. I have a shot at doing something. I have a chance at doing something. What's a pilot? Anybody know what a pilot is? Not an airplane pilot, right? What's a pilot? Don't be afraid. Yes, great job. You got it. That's the right idea. A pilot is a first episode of a TV show. So what TV, NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox TV in America, whenever they have a new idea for a television show, they don't sign a contract for 1 year. They sign a contract for 1 show. And then these guys, they produce the show, they make the show, and then they put it on TV. And if people like it, then they sign a 1-year contract, okay? So a pilot is a very important step in getting a 1-year contract with television. And that's what Jerry says. So if you know Seinfeld, several years ago, Jerry and George wrote a pilot, and they performed the pilot, and it was terrible. So NBC said, no, get out of here. But now it looks like Jerry has another chance at a pilot. So when George hears this, all right, we're back in. We're back in. We have another shot. You and me before, we failed, but now we can try again. Listen, what does Jerry say?
It's a sad story. Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a showcase. I might have another shot at a pilot.
All right, we're back in.
We? No.
What? We? No, not we. Me. You're not coming this time. You're a loser, George. You did a terrible job. So no, not you, just me. Now, the scene changes. We hear the MC. MC, we also spell it MC. Does anybody know what MC stands for? Anybody? Anybody? Like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Anybody? Anybody? MC stands for Master of Ceremonies. Go. Rui, are you Googling, or are you just know everything? You're a genius. Master of Ceremonies. And we do usually use it as a plural. Master of Ceremonies. And that is the host. That's right. Jane said hoster. Get rid of the ER. Host. That's the idea, the host. That's right. And you got the host, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Bania. Kenny Bania is a character on Seinfeld. He's also a comedian. And Jerry hates Kenny Bania. Kenny Bania, his jokes are stupid. But Kenny Bania loves Jerry. He loves Jerry. He's like a little puppy dog or a little brother chasing his big brother, Jerry. And Kenny Bania has a great voice. When Kenny Bania talks, he's like this. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I miss you. Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. Okay, this is the way Kenny Bania talks, which is kind of annoying. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Bania. Thank you, thank you. Then Kenny Bania comes into the bar, and you can listen to him. He says, hey, Jerry, did you see me up there? Where's there? Easy question. Where's there? Stage. That's right. Stage. Did you perform, right? So did you see me up there? Did you see me perform? Did you see me perform? I was killing, Jerry. Killing. I killed. Is he a murderer? No. If you killed, you did a great job. So who watched the NBA basketball game last night? The Celtics and the Heat. Did anybody watch the game? Coach Francis, I'm sure you did. Yeah. So, So the question I have for you, Boston won 104-103. Did Boston kill? Yes or no? If you watch the game, you'll know the answer. No, not at all. No, Boston gave up the game. They nearly lost. They did terrible. They came back the series 3-0 and they nearly lost the game. They did not kill. They did not kill. So to kill means do an unbelievable, excellent job. Like, holy shit, you didn't only win, you killed him. So Michael Jordan is famous for killing it. There was a game Michael Jordan, basketball player, played where I can't remember the situation, but basically one of his opponents in the fourth quarter said to Michael Jordan, "You're no good tonight, man. You're no good." Michael Jordan was not good that night, but that made Michael Jordan really mad. So he got off the bench and he scored like 28 points in the last 10 minutes, which is like almost impossible. He killed. He absolutely killed. He did an amazing job. When we talk about the World Cup, the next World Cup, who's going to kill? Going to be Brazil, Germany. Who's going to kill in the next World Cup? Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Brazil? Yeah. I think the USA. Croatia. All right, let's keep going here. Kanye says, I'm going to go pick up some chicks. Japan, England, Argentina. Good. What are chicks? What are chicks? Girls. That's right. Pick up some girls. Pick up means seduce. Now, it doesn't mean have sex. Okay, it doesn't mean that. It just means meet. Okay, I'm going to go mingle. I'm going to go say hi to some girls, maybe get some phone numbers. This is the idea to pick up chicks, okay? And then Kenya says, good-looking ones, too. Now, this is really funny because what does it mean? This is really funny. Why is that funny? Who can tell me why that's funny? Yeah, I'm asking tough questions today, by the way. These are not easy. And remember, when you're watching a sitcom or a movie, you have to catch this stuff immediately. So this is why we need this training. We need this practice. You'll be able to get there. I like Otto's answer. Yeah. So the nuance is not ugly ones. Because from a guy's perspective, it's always easy to pick up ugly girls, but picking up good-looking girls is difficult. And Kenny Bania is feeling very good because he killed tonight. He did a great job. So I'm going to go pick up some chicks, good-looking ones too. Do you think Kenny Bania will be successful? Probably not. But immediately he says, hey, what's your name? And I want you to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Bania. Thank you. Hey, Jerry, did you see me up there? I was killing, Jerry. Killing. Killed. I'm gonna go pick up some chicks. Good-looking ones, too. Hey, what's your name?
�KenyBanya. Jerry says, yeah, he killed. This is sarcasm. If he was being positive, he'd say, yeah, he killed. But he says, yeah, he killed. Sarcasm. The reason he did okay, the reason he did good first, the reason he did good, the reason he did well is because I killed first and warmed up the crowd. I killed first and warmed up the audience. Jerry performed first, did a great job. Everybody's excited. They're laughing. They're having a good time. Then �KenyBanya does his jokes. Even though the jokes aren't as good, the audience is still happy, so they laugh. This is what Jerry is saying. Then Jerry says, �KenyBanya. He's like that fish that attaches himself. Itself would be better since we're talking about a fish itself, but that's okay. Himself to the shark. He's like that fish that attaches himself to the shark. You understand what Jerry's talking about? I got a picture down here. Oh, I guess not. I think you guys know what I mean. You can see there's like a big great white shark. Next to the shark are all these little fish, and they're always swimming next to the shark. And the shark never eats those fish because those fish actually have a job. And what do those fish do? Believe it or not, they clean the teeth of the shark. If there's something attached to the shark's body, they'll get that too. This is how those little fish survive. They actually clean the shark's teeth. Exactly. And that's what Jerry's saying. He's like that fish that attaches himself to the shark, that swims along with the shark. George, trying to understand Jerry's analogy. I'll make this bigger for you guys in case you're on a smaller screen. And George says, and you're the shark? So you're the shark and �KenyBanya is that fish? Jerry says, yeah, I'm the shark and he's the fish eating my laughs, not eating the food out of my teeth, eating my laughs. Okay, so this is an analogy. Is it a good analogy? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is it a good analogy? Yes or no? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good analogy. I mean, we can understand it. But remember, George doesn't know Holland, the Netherlands, and the Dutch. So George isn't that smart. So George is trying to understand the situation. And he says, I don't know how a fish could eat laughs. That doesn't make sense to me. And Jerry says, well, I'm glad I brought it up. Now, we talked about brought it up yesterday. Instead of brought it up, what can we say? I'm glad I what? Mentioned it. Okay. But I want you to watch the way Jerry says it. Okay. And we did this dictation yesterday. I want you to pay attention to the way Jerry says it, and I want you to explain why. So here we go.
Hey, what's your name?
Yeah, he killed. Because I killed first and warmed up the crowd. He's like that fish that attaches himself to the shark.
And you're the shark?
Yeah, I'm the shark, and he's the fish eating my laughs.
I don't know how a fish could eat laughs.
Well, I'm glad I brought it up.
So I'm glad I brought it up means I'm happy I talked about it. Is Jerry happy he talked about it? Yes or no? He's sarcastic. Exactly. This is sarcasm. Exactly right. He's not happy he brought it up. Basically, he's saying, I should never have said it. You are an idiot. That's the idea. Okay, let's go to the next scene. Jerry's house. And I'll take questions at the very end, guys. Jerry's house. George and Jerry are there, clean shaven. Of course, they've shaved their mustaches. We know that already. George is on the phone. Kramer walks in wearing, what is Kramer wearing? What is he wearing? A mustache. Exactly. Yes. So earlier we had the verb sporting, but we can also say wearing. Sporting a mustache, wearing a mustache, same thing. Wearing a watch, wearing glasses, same thing. Kramer says, You got any shredded coconut? Grammatically, do you got? Proper English, do you have any shredded coconut? And coconut is the fruit. It's a fruit, right? Is it a nut? Oh, it's a nut. Duh, it's a nut. And then you take the white part and you shred it, and you can use it in cooking. So Kramer must be cooking. You got any shredded coconut? Jerry, looking at Kramer's mustache, says, we're not doing that anymore. That, the mustache. We're not doing that anymore. Kramer says, oh, yeah, right. And he leaves. Okay, that's the very first scene.
Well, I'm glad I brought it up.
So you got any shredded coconut?
We're not doing that anymore.
That's it. And Kramer leaves. And obviously, you guys, if you remember, he comes back almost immediately. George is listening on the phone. He's checking his answers. It's like you're, we used to have answering machines. George says, oh my God, what? I got a job interview. They want to see me this afternoon. So what's this job? Oh, it's beautiful. It's in sports. Now, George was recently fired. And I know some of you know. Where did he work? Where did George work? Put your answer in the chat room. Real estate. Yeah, he did that, but not, that was a long time ago. Yeah, he did real estate. The Yankees. That's right. And what are the Yankees? What are the Yankees? That's right. A baseball team. Exactly. So George used to work in sports. He worked for the New York Yankees. He was the assistant to the travel manager. He was a terrible employee, so he got fired. Anyway, once again, he's got another job in sports. Wow. So in New York City, they have many sports teams. So Jerry says, the Knicks? The Knicks is what sport? Basketball. That's right. The Rangers? The Rangers is what sport? No, not football. Good guess. Hockey. That's right. The hockey. We also have a Rangers baseball team, but they're in Texas. So in New York, it's hockey. So, so you used to work in baseball. Now is it basketball? Is it hockey? And what kind of sports does George have a job interview? Playground equipment. Is that exciting? Ping pong. Good guess. Yeah. From the New York Yankees. I work for the New York Yankees, and now I sell playground equipment. And hopefully I got a picture of playground equipment. There's shredded coconut. Oh, I don't have playground. Okay, so I'm sure everybody knows playground equipment. What are some playground equipment things? Can anybody name parts of the playground equipment? What types of playground equipment are there? Swings. Great job. What else? A slide. Excellent job. Rackets? What do you mean by rackets? I don't know about rackets. Swings, perfect. Pick up the ball. Monkey bars, seesaw. Great job. Yeah, that's about it. So we'll go to images here. And this is a seesaw right here. This is a seesaw. Pull-up bars, yes. These are monkey bars. These are swings. This is a slide. And these monkey bars can be like pull-up bars too. Yeah, this is the typical playground equipment. Merry-go-round. This is a merry-go-round right here. The kid's on a merry-go-round. Stand bike, not really, not for playgrounds. For adults, yes. When we say playground equipment, we think of children. We think of children, not adults. Okay. So the teeter-totter, very common. The slide, the monkey bars, the swing, and the merry-go-round. Absolutely, those are the most common playground equipment, pieces. So if you had a job choice, which that's not for kids though. Yeah, that's tennis rackets or badminton rackets, a little bit different. Yep. This is why we have to talk about this stuff. When we say playground equipment, absolutely think of a 6-year-old child. Absolutely. 5-year-old child. Okay. So which is more exciting job? Working for the New York Yankees or selling playground equipment? Who wants playground? Who wants Yankees? What's your choice? Homunculus says playground equipment not satisfying. Serge says the Yankees. Alexia, the Yankees. Yeah, I think everybody would choose the Yankees. But George is being positive. He's being positive. Welcome back to the show. Here we go again. Here, George has another chance. Then Kramer comes back. He says, yeah, this is better. Now, remember, Kramer just left. He asks again, so you got any shredded coconut? No. Watch.
So you got any shredded coconut?
We're not doing that anymore.
Oh, my God.
What?
I got a job interview. They want to see me this afternoon.
So what's this job?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's in sports.
Knicks, Rangers?
Playground equipment.
Welcome back to the show.
That has to be the world's fastest shave. I can shave pretty fast, but that was really fast.
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah.
So you got any shredded coconut?
No.
I got a hobble.
All right, George says, I got a hobble. This is a really great expression. And to hobble means this. We see this guy walking. Can you see this guy walking down here? That's to hobble. When do you hobble? When you have a bad foot, a bad ankle, a bad knee, a bad hip, a pulled muscle. That's when you hobble. It's usually when you have one bad foot or one bad leg. Okay, that is to hobble. So George says, I got to hobble. Normally, what would we say? Who can guess? Normally, what would we say? I got to hobble, same thing as I got to go. Exactly, I got to go. But in George's case, he's making a joke. He's got to hobble. Now, Kramer just shaved really fast, and now he's going to put some aftershave on his lip. And if anybody has experience shaving, you know that sometimes when you put something on your skin after you shave, it's really hot and it stings. And that's exactly what Kramer says. And then he's wincing in pain. This is wincing. That's wincing in pain. He says, I got to switch shaving creams. I'm getting no protection. I think everybody understands. I got to switch. I got to change shaving creams. I'm getting no protection. What kind do you use? What kind do you use? Jerry asks. Whatever you get. And this is actually really funny. Kramer is a leech. Who knows what a leech is? What is a leech? Drinks blood. So does Dracula. He took his shaving cream. I like that. That's a good answer. Yeah. So you guys, someone who mooches. That's right, mooches. A leech is somebody who always takes your stuff. So maybe it's your brother or sister. Maybe it's your mom or dad. Maybe you are a leech. Kramer is an amazing leech, and he always comes to Jerry's house and takes stuff. So when he was asking for a shredded coconut, that's very nice. He asked. Usually he doesn't ask. He just comes into Jerry's house and takes things. And that's what he's saying here. Whatever you get, Kramer uses Jerry's shaving cream. Jerry looks at the mail. Look, postcard from Elaine from Europe. Grammatically, what are we missing? Grammatically, what are we missing? Article. That's right. That's right. A postcard. So without a, as a native English speaker, not as an ESL student, without a, is that okay? Is that acceptable? Yes or no? As a native English speaker, without a, is it acceptable? Yes or no? Yes, it is. Yes. What is it called grammatically? We just studied in DDM. That's why I know. Otherwise, I wouldn't know the name, but we just studied it. What is it called in grammar? Because obviously we need a. There's no question, grammatically, you need a. But so many times Americans don't say a. No, not an indefinite article. So when an American intentionally does not say the word, it's not that we're thinking, we're not planning. I'm not going to say we don't think about it. It just happens. When we delete some grammar or part of the sentence that is necessary, what is that called? Excellent job, Miranda. An elliptical phrase, an ellipsis. I'll give you one quick example because we just studied it. You study English, me Korean. You study English, me Korean. Is that good grammar? No, it's not. You study English, actually me French. That's what I'm studying. Terrible grammar. Terrible grammar. You study English and I study French. That's what I should say, right? So this is bad grammar. This bad grammar, this deletion of grammar, this changing of grammar, this bass-backwards grammar is called an ellipsis or an elliptical phrase. And in daily English, it's absolutely fine. So up here we said, was it? You got any shredded coconut? That's an elliptical phrase. We're missing the word do. Do you got? Actually, it should be do you have? But it's okay. This is daily English. So in daily English, we have something called elliptical phrases, and we see it a lot. Don't get mad about that stuff. Whatever you get. Look, a postcard from Elaine from Europe. And I prepared my postcard. This is a postcard. Stamp on the back, address, and this is a postcard. So Elaine, the other main character, right now, summer vacation, is in Europe. And she sent Jerry, her friend, a postcard. Get rid of that. It's not confusing. Kramer says, oh, don't tell me she's dragging another poor guy across Europe. What's the nuance there? Oh, no. What's this dragging mean? This is dragging. We can't really see it, but this little kid. So let's see here. I'm a guy, so I'll just go as a guy. So how many guys are married? How many guys here? Oh, and ladies too. Ladies, how many people are married? Married people, raise your hand. One. Oh, good. I can see. I can see me, Serge, Francis, and Alexander. We're all married. Good. So Alexander, let me ask you. Do you love shopping with your wife? When she goes shopping, do you like? Oh, can I go? Can I go? Not really, not so much. Yes, that's right. Najina got it. But sometimes your wife says, I don't know, maybe you have to go. Maybe in that situation, she's dragging you to the store. Yes, exactly. She's dragging Alexander to the store. My wife too. My wife is actually pretty good, but we went to a shopping mall about 2 months ago, and man, she has a lot of power. She's able to go and go and go and go. And I'm just dragging. I'm so tired. I'm like this kid. Oh my God, where's the car? Let me sit in the car. This is so this is the idea. Elaine is dragging another poor guy across Europe. This is Elaine's third trip to Europe. The first time she took a doctor, bad result. The second time she went with a musician, a maestro, bad result. And this is her third time. She's going number 3. And Kramer is assuming, oh my God, it's going to be another disaster. It's going to be another disaster. Jerry says, remember David Putty? And David Putty is an old character from Seinfeld. David Putty is an auto mechanic. He fixes cars. And he really loves the New Jersey Devils. New Jersey Devils. Does anybody know the New Jersey Devils? It's a hockey team. It's a hockey team. So if you really love your team, you might face paint, right? Get the colors of the team on your face. If you go to the Olympics or the World Cup or something like that, and you go to the stadium, they'll have lots of face painting people, and you can paint your flag on your face. Well, David Putty is a face painting auto mechanic, okay? So she's dating him again. Yes, David Putty and Elaine used to be a couple, but they broke up. But now they're back together, and they're in Europe together. Jerry says, well, I guess she's batted around. She has batted around, and she's back at the top of the order. This is a baseball idiom. And if you know about America, the number one sport in America is what? The number one sport in America is what? Who can tell me? What is the number one sport in America? Soccer? No. No. Football. That's right. Serge got the answer right. The number one sport in America is football. American football. American football. Number 2 is what? Ping pong. That's Forrest Gump's favorite sport, ping pong. Number 2 is baseball. That's right. Number 3, very close. Number 3 is what? Basketball. That's right. And then it gets tough. I would say hockey, golf is right there. Soccer, I'm sorry. Soccer's still down there. But yeah, anyway, the top 3, definitely football, baseball, basketball. And this, so in America, we have, especially if you're a guy, you should know these. We have a lot of, even, yeah, I'll say all 5. We have a lot of idioms from these sports, a lot in daily English. So if you're in America and you're hanging out with a bunch of guys, you're going to hear these idioms. Ladies use them too, but especially guys, we use them. And right now, Jerry's using baseball idioms. She batted around. That's 1. She's back at the top of the order. That's 2. So let's talk about baseball for a second. Remember, if you guys want to learn a language, you have to learn a lot, including the sports and the history and stuff like that. So don't get frustrated. Just say, okay, cool. We're going to learn a little bit about baseball. So when we play baseball, how many players per team? How many players per team? Any idea? 9. That's exactly right. There are 9 players per team. And when they're out on the field, they're defense. And when they're batting, they're offense. Okay? So on the offense, you have an order of 9 players. Okay? So for example, it's going to be Jim, Mike, Shane, Tom, Don, blah, blah, blah. Not Don. You got 9 guys. Okay? So Jim goes. I'm going to sneeze. Jim. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you. Bless you. I was waiting for a bless you. Thank you. Gesundheit. Thank you. So we got Jim. Jim goes up. Mike goes up. Shane goes up. Tom goes up. Don goes up. And whatever happens, I got to get, so that's 5. 6 goes up. 7 goes up. 8 goes up. 9 goes up. So usually, and this is going to be a difficult question, but usually in a typical baseball game, how many times does Jim get to try on offense? And we call that at bat. How many at bats will Jim get? Can you guess? 3. Exactly right. Yeah. 3. No, just 3. 3. Usually 3. Okay. That means all of these guys on average are going to get 3 chances at bat. Okay. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Okay. It depends. If it's less, that means they're losing bad. If it's more, that means they're probably winning. They're probably doing very well. But on average, it's going to be about 3. So we call this, when you start at this point and you go all the way to here, what happened? What happened? We batted around. And why do we say around? Because now we have to go around and come back to the top of the order. Now, if you look at a baseball roster, they don't write it horizontally. They write it like this. It's going to be Jim, Mike, Shane, Tom, blah, blah, blah. So they're going down the order, and then they're going to come back around to the top of the order. Okay, does that make sense? So this is the idiom, and I gave it to you both. Batted around, and she's back at the top of the order. So this is really funny because is Elaine a baseball player? Yes or no? Of course not. So what are they talking about? So Elaine has a list of men. It could be 9 men. And on the list is Putty, Dan, Dave, Mark, Rich, and she's gone through all of them. And now she's back at the top of the order, and she's redating the guys. Okay. She started at the back and she's redating the guys. That's what Jerry is saying. How many of you redate your old boyfriends and girlfriends? It happens. It happens. It happens. Anyway, that's kind of funny. Kramer, this is the last line. Boy. Instead of boy, what can we say? Boy. Instead of boy, what can we say? Man. More. Come on, more. Damn. Not guy. God. Not dude. Good guesses. What's pal? Not pal. I don't know what pal means. Shoot, no. My, wow, gee, good. Yes, good. Pal, yeah. No. So I'm glad I asked. So boy, man, wow, damn, dang, gee. Yeah, those are all good. Oh, not really. Nowadays, bro. Yeah, I'll accept bro nowadays, or bra. Nowadays, they'll do that. My boy, no, dog. And it's actually DAWG. I'll say that. Dog, man. A month in Europe with Elaine. Now, by saying this word boy, a month in Europe with Elaine, is that a positive or a negative? Holy cow, that's good. Positive or negative? It's a negative. Yeah, it's a negative. Holy cow. Boy. And so that means you have to show it, the body language. Boy, a month in Europe with Elaine. Oh, that guy's coming home. That guy is. Now, notice the grammar here. We contracted has. Here, this was she has batted, and this is this guy is coming home. So we always have to be careful of the contractions. That guy's coming home in a body bag. Who has ever been in a body bag? Who's been in a body bag? God, I hope nobody. That's right. Only dead people. That's right. Only dead people are in body bags. In other words, that guy's coming home. He will be dead. He's going to die. Okay, so let's watch this.
I gotta switch shaving creams. I'm getting no protection.
What kind do you use?
Whatever you get.
Look, postcard from Elaine from Europe.
Don't tell me she's dragging another poor guy across Europe.
Remember David Putty?
Oh, the face-painting auto mechanic, so she's dating him again, huh?
Well, I guess she's back.
All right, we finished it. Now, the explanation is done, but I still got some more things to quickly talk about with you. And I'm going to take you at the end of every assignment, I give everybody a glossary. And the glossary is pretty damn good. So we take the words in order of the story. We take the words, and I give you the nuance of the words. So the word right means correct. That's right. That's correct. It means right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. But it also means directly or exactly or precisely. So I give you the nuance of every word. I was right on time. The ketchup is right in front of you. Are you blind? My dog's kennel is right next to my desk. I cannot stand X. I hate X. Mutton chops. And I give you a picture so that you'll never forget mutton chops. If you know what mutton is, and we say mutton chops, who's the famous guy with mutton chops? Who's the famous actor with mutton chops? Wolverine, exactly. Wolverine from the X-Men, I think. Yeah, exactly. Wolverine. Buzz cuts. Why do we say buzz? Who can tell me why we say buzz? Buzz cuts. Buzz cuts. Because we use that thing that goes buzz. That's right, buzz. So you'll never forget buzz cuts. Buzz cuts you'll memorize now. Buzz cut, buzz. Oh, buzz. Yeah, okay, buzz cuts, like perfect. Parachute pants, parachute, right? When you jump out of an airplane, or if you're Tom Cruise and you ride a motorcycle off the Matterhorn, okay, that's a parachute. Parachute pants makes your butt look big. Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer wore parachute pants. Check me out, look at me, that's an easy one. Crutches help you walk. A cane, also same thing, helps you walk, but there's a nuance difference, and now we know the nuance difference, right? Crutches are funny, maybe. What did you do, stupid? Cane, it's too bad. It's sad, right? So now we see a little difference there, okay? Through, are you finished? Are you through? I'm still not through. I'm through with that podcast. My set, my performance, usually shorter. Do a showcase, perform on TV, usually. Shot means chance. Gave me a shot. A pilot, first episode of a television series. We're back in. We have another chance. Killing, doing a great job. Pick up, to seduce a woman or a guy. He tried to pick up a girl at the bar. Chicks, young single women. It's slang. Some ladies don't mind the word chicks, but some ladies don't. For example, my wife hates the word chicks. Okay. So when we were dating many, many years ago, sometimes I would call her, hey, hot chick, and she'd kick me. She didn't like it. Warmed up the crowd to prepare an audience. So today, how did I warm up you guys? How did I warm you guys up? By music, exactly. We had music in the beginning. Not that good, but it was, yeah. So it's Def Leppard. Now that's good music. Queen, that's good music. Brought it up, mentioned it. And shredded coconut, that's what that is. It's a hobble. We got a nice gift here to show us that. Switch means to change. I've decided to switch jobs. I need to switch to a new phone plan. I agreed to switch seats with my wife. A postcard, and we already talked about that. This is my address. Hey, send me a postcard. Don't tell me. Oh, yeah. An expression used when someone is about to hear or learn something surprising or undesirable. So usually, don't tell me So to my wife, I can say to my wife, don't tell me your mother's coming tomorrow. Am I excited? No, I'm not excited. Please tell me she's not coming. Don't tell me you can't find your cell phone again. Did you lose your cell phone again? Don't tell me you're still mad about my silly joke. Are you still mad about my silly joke? Really? Don't tell me it's going to rain tomorrow. Oh, no. Is it really going to rain tomorrow? I don't want to hear that. Great expression. Dragging. Perfect picture. These are my boys. It's not me, but that's what my boys are like. Poor sympathy or pity. Poor dog. The poor kid. My cat's name is Minty. Poor Minty. Batted around. We talked about that at the top of the order. Right now, these two great baseball idioms, I know you understand because you can see it. You can see it. So it's easy for you. Yeah, this is that's why having a coach and seeing a situation, hearing an explanation, seeing some more examples, you will know this expression, and that is it. Now, we're going to go back to the VIP section. The first thing I want to do with you guys is the EVC quiz. I have to my clothes out of the drawers. No need for long johns and wool socks anymore. Which phrase goes in there? Great job. A lot of people prepared. I love it. Excellent job. And let me do this. I got the answer right there. Some of you might know that. Black. I have to switch my clothes out of the drawers. No need for long johns and wool socks. What are long johns? Who can tell me what long johns are? What are long johns? Not socks. Good guess. Panties? What do you think? Am I a girl? Guys, you do not wear panties. If you wear panties, maybe you're transgender. That's fine. I don't care. You know, but no, women wear panties. Men wear underwear. Capiche? You got it, man? You understand? Men do not wear panties. Yes, long underwear. Long underwear. So, you know, if you live in a cold area, Francis lives in paradise. Francis doesn't wear underwear. He lives in such a beautiful place. He's just free. I'm teasing. But if you live in a cold area, in the wintertime, pants, P-A-N-T-S, pants sometimes aren't enough. You need underwear that are like pants. And then you wear pants over that. So yeah, he saves a lot of money. So yeah, that's what long johns are. Wool socks are just socks. Oh no, Minty slept in the middle of a pile of freshly washed clothes. Right. You guys are a bunch of damn geniuses. Bunch of damn geniuses. Minty slept. Now, when we say right, almost always we use body language. Minty slept right in the middle of a pile of freshly washed clothes. Minty, again, is my cat. Now they're all lightly coated in fur. Hopefully you understand that. Let me know when the boys' nap is so I can go outside and power wash the deck. Great job. You guys are doing great. Through. Over. Finished. Let me know when the boys' nap is through so I can go outside and power wash the deck. Power wash, just spray it really hard. You know what about rainy days now? I can't take Moose out to play. Great job. You know what I cannot stand? What I hate? Now, normally, if you guys know me, you guys know that I love rainy days. I prefer rainy days. I know I'm a blue guy, but it's true. I love rainy days. However, now I've got a puppy. He's a very big puppy. He's a German Shepherd, very big dog. And my dog hates the rain. He can't be outside in the rain. So I used to love the rain, but now I hate the rain. Why? Because I can't take Moose. The name of my dog is Moose. I can't take Moose outside to play. And if he doesn't play, He goes cray cray. He goes crazy. He goes crazy. A lot of people ask me how I managed to pick up. There's Moose right now. A lot of people, so I got to read that correctly. This is in italics. A lot of people ask me how I managed to pick up such a hot wife. Well, the truth was, it was all on her. She picked me up. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, those are the answers for the quiz. Now, what should I do first? Yeah, let's do this. Hey, you should have been here tonight, some guy from NBC. I'm going to pick a couple of people. So if you want to volunteer for Jerry, if you want to volunteer for George, put your name in the chat room. Let me find it here, first of all, in the script. I'm going to pick you. You're going to turn your microphone on. And if you do a bad job, I'll embarrass you. If you do a good job, I'll praise you.
Hey, no more crutching.
It's a sad story. You through with those?
That is a sad story. Hey, you should have been here.
Oh, perfect. Homunculus is Jerry. Serge is George. Guys, can you turn your microphones on?
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Is this Homunculus?
Yes,
Are you really that ugly?
not. Actually, I'm good looking.
I'm sure you are. Who's better looking, you or Serge?
Do you wanna? I don't know. Do you wanna
That's
see
okay.
my face?
No, that's okay. We don't. No, don't show your face. No, please, no.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Jerry once again is going to be Homunculus, and Serge will be George. Let me show you the script here. I'll try and make it a little bit bigger in case you guys are grandpas. Go for it, man. I'll be listening.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a showcase. I might have another shot at a pilot.
All right, we're back in.
We know.
Good job, RoboCop 1 and RoboCop 2. It was your pronunciation was nice, and even your intonation, I'll give you that. That was pretty good too. But I didn't like it. Sorry. I told you I'd be honest. I told you I would be honest. So I want more volunteers. More volunteers. Can I also try? Okay, so Vaselina will be Jerry, and Najina. Am I pronouncing your name right, Najina? You'll be George. So, ladies, is it Najina?
It's Nijina.
Nijina, good. Nijina, you are George. Vaselina, how you doing? You are Jerry. Go for it, ladies.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a showcase. I might have another shot at the pilot.
All right, we are in.
We? No.
Okay, good. That was good. Especially Vaselina. That was really nice. Really nice. Now, I have to be fair. We call this disclosure, telling the truth. Vaselina is a DDM VIP member. Okay, so I expect her to be good. And Nijina, you did a nice job. The ending I wanted a little bit more though from Vaselina. So let me take two more volunteers. Dimitri, you got to have a good connection. You got to have a good connection. So Dimitri, you're gonna be Jerry, and Khalil. You can be George. Khalil, I hope your connection is good. Go for it.
Okay.
Hello.
Let's start.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey,
Dimitri, go ahead.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guys from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a showcase. I might have another shot at pilot.
All right, we're back in.
We? No.
Okay, that was nice, gentlemen. That was much better. I'll take one more set. I want to hear one more set. Really good actors. I'm talking Hollywood level actors. We got a guy these days who's amazing. He's from France. Actually, he is an actor. And my God, he's just killing it all the time. Anybody else want to try? Last chance. Denise will be Jerry. I need a George. Give me a George. Give me a George. Don't be shy. Soda is George. Go for it, ladies.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a showcase. I might have another shot at a pilot.
All right, we're back in.
We? No.
That was great, especially the we. No, that was great. So you guys are all doing excellent. Now, a couple things I want to tell you. He said this really fast. Oh, you should have been here tonight. You should have been here tonight. Oh, that's too bad. And the nuance, we have this nuance. Oh, man, hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy, and now we're excited. So we got a change in emotion, actually, a little bit of a change here. Some guy from NBC saw my set. Now you're excited. Okay, this is great news. So you got to smile. Some guy from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a showcase. And now we got hope, right? The future. I might have another shot at a pilot. And George, this is where you guys did okay, but I want more. All right, we're back in. Now, back in phrasal verb, we want to really hit that. We call this a participle. Okay, a lot of English teachers call it a preposition. It is possibly a preposition, but not in this case. It's part of a phrase, so we call it a participle. Anyway, when you have a two-word verb, a phrasal verb, you always want to hit the participle with the same stress as the verb or even more. Never less. Never say, we're back in. I mean, you could. There might be a situation where that happens, but it's rare. It's always going to be, we're back in, ... same stress, back in, or we're back in, ... Okay, even harder. So remember that for your participles. And this one, once again, Denise, I think did the best in that case. Great job, great job. Now I'm going to go up to LTA. Tell us your summer vacation plans. Are you south of the equator, winter? So what this means is, right now, for most of us, we're about to begin summer. However, if you live in Brazil or Chile or Australia, you're about to begin winter. So if you're south of the equator, it's your winter plans, if you have winter plans. And of course, once again, most of the population of the world is north of the equator. So tell us your summer vacation plans. Are you south of the equator, winter? When we do LTA, what the members do is they record an MP3 and then we upload it. And then I listen to all the MP3s and then I make a podcast, an LTA podcast. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. But the point is, in this assignment, these guys talked about their summer vacation. They talked about their summer vacation. So these guys took a vacation from themselves, right? A vacation from themselves. Elaine is on a summer vacation to Europe with her boyfriend. So what about you? What are your vacation plans? Don't think about it. Don't write it down. Take your smartphone, boom, hit record and say, tell us your summer vacation plans. So yeah, this year I will blah, blah, blah. And then you make your answer. I prefer answers. 30 seconds is beautiful. 30 seconds is perfect. 10 seconds is fine. 10 seconds. 30 seconds is great. Some of my students go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I've had recordings over 10 minutes long. And that's too much. Don't do that. I usually say max out at a minute. Yeah, Richard. Well, Richard, you're one of the guilty ones. You're much better these days. Richard says 5 minutes. Hajime is almost always 5 minutes, but Hajime is older than me. So, yeah. So does anybody want to talk about their summer plans? I'll listen. Keep it short though. Take a volunteer. Keep it short.
Hi, Coach. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, Khalil. Go ahead.
I really want to travel to America because it's really great place especially to New York City, because you know it has that old buildings and all these stuff.
So you want to travel to New York City to see all the old buildings?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That sounds great. When are you going?
I don't know. I think I'm going to finish my high school because it's really important, especially in our country. And after that, we'll plan to do this.
I think it's great. It's a great plan. I love it. Thank you, Khalil.
Thank you.
All right. I love it. Anybody else? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So that's it for this lesson. I hopefully you all have it in the text form. If you don't, you can send me an email. I have to give away 2 prizes. And today, the first prize, I have to look what they are. Oh, yeah, just like yesterday. So yesterday, I saw him here. Who was our winner yesterday? Hathaway. Hathaway was our winner yesterday. Congratulations again to Hathaway. And today, I'm going to pick 2 winners. Now, the prizes are actually different. Let me go down here, up here rather. And the first prize is DDM plus AMA membership for June. And we're also giving you May. We're giving you May's lessons and June's lessons. So it's actually 2 months. It's actually 2 months. And the second prize is DDM live plus AMA for June. And once again, we're giving you May also. So these are really great memberships. And hopefully you're going to be the winner. So the first winner is, and we have it already picked out, Pezanor. Is Pezanor here? Pezanor is here. Congratulations. Can you turn your microphone on if that's okay?
Hi. Hello, Coach.
Hi, how are you? Where are you from, Pezanor? Is my pronunciation correct?
Yeah, I'm from Italy. This is just a nickname. I think it's Peisenor. It's Greek.
It's Greek. Are you from Greece?
No, but it's like mythology, you know.
I love it. I love it. Where are you from?
Italy. I'm from Italy, South Italy. Yeah.
Capiche? Do you say that in Italy?
Yeah, yeah. You when you say, do you understand? You
exactly.
Say, capisci?
Yeah, in America we think about the mafia, like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Capiche. Yeah, we love that. We love that. Congratulations. You're the winner of the DDM AMA membership for June and July. And what you need to do is send me your email address. You can do a direct message to me, or you can send me an email for your address, and we'll get you started today. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Congratulations. And my next winner is. There's a song. Stranger. Stranger. Stranger here. Stranger. Stranger will. If Stranger is here, if he's not here, we got a list. Stranger's here. Stranger, can you turn your microphone on?
Sure.
Oh, for some reason I figured Stranger would be a guy. So what's your name, Stranger?
Yeah, my name is Eric. I'm from Russia.
Erica?
No, I'm a male, Yarik.
Got it. Well,
Yeah.
congratulate. Where in Russia are you from?
I live in a city in Siberia. It's called Novosibirsk.
Wow. So you know what long johns are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Siberia. Actually, that's a place that I want to go to. Well, congratulations, Yerik. You've won the DDM Live AMA for June and May. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So
That's
Pacer?
excellent. I can't
Oh,
believe.
that's great. Yeah, that's so what we do a random generator and we go through all the names and that's how we pick. So congratulations to Hathaway yesterday, Peisener today, and Yerrick also. So again, you guys can email me. That's the easiest thing. If you email me even right now, my email address, daily dictation members @gmail.com, and then we'll set you guys up. And for the rest of you, I have a special situation too. That's situation too. So we're always working on fixing the problems. Are there some manners to make the R? Okay. So remember, I told you this yesterday. Who made that drawing on my page? Erase it. Eraser. Good. So let me ask everybody a question. The tip of your tongue, when you make the American R pronunciation, where is the tip of your tongue? Put it in the chat room. When you make the R pronunciation in American, the American R, where is the tip of your tongue? On the top. Mina, doesn't touch anywhere. Khalil, it's not pointing and it's in front of the alveolar ridge. Retroflex, curl in the middle top. Yeah, we got some good answers. The answer is number one, it never touches. So number one, it never touches. So it should never, ever, ever, ever touch anywhere. Okay? Anywhere. No touching at all. The tip of your tongue. The tip of your tongue. Number two, where is it pointing? It depends. Okay? It depends because people's mouths are different. Some people have a narrower jaw. Some people have a wider jaw. Some people, their tongue is really long. Some people's tongue is short. Some people's tongue is fat. Some people's tongue is skinny. Some people can curl their tongue like this. Some people can't. Some people can twist their tongues. Some people can't. So there's no perfect answer. But there's a test. There's a test that you can do. And the test is take your tongue and start at the alveolar ridge. This is this bump right here. You start here and you point, and the tongue is a muscle, right? So you want it to be taut, right? You want to point it, but don't touch. And then what you do is you start going backwards, okay? And I'm going to show you, but you keep the sound coming out and go backwards. Somewhere along this route will be a perfect R sound for you. It might be here, it might be here, it might be here, it might be here. It depends because your mouths are different. So I'll show you. Can you hear the difference in sound? So what I'm doing is I'm starting right here, and I'll call this point 1, and then I'm going all the way back to about here. I'll call this point 5. Okay? So you can hear my R sounds good for probably 1, 2, 3, but then around after 3, it starts to change. Listen. So I'll try and use my hand too if you're watching me. And eventually it gets bad. You can hear that it's not good. Okay. But the point is your tongue never touches. So how do you know where your point is? You have to join a live class. You have to have, it doesn't have to be a live class, but you have to have a friend who speaks American English, or a coach like me, like Coach Francis, like any of our guys, hear you and tell you, there you go. You are, so right there. That's it. Maybe your tongue was here. That's where your R sound is. And then you got to practice, and you got to practice a lot. You start with words. You start with words like rain and re, okay, or re. And then you go fear and leer. And then you make it really tough. You go rear and mirror. Okay, you make it, you just get tougher and tougher and tougher. After you master the words, then you make groups of words. After you master the groups of words, then you make sentences. Okay, so Ron really fears rear facing mirrors. Okay, this is a great sentence to practice. If you have an R problem, you're going to do terrible. Ron really faces, what's that? No, Ron really fears rear facing. Let's see, rear. It's another R word. Anyway, Ron really fears rear facing mirrors. Oh, that's a tough one. So yeah, this is what you do step by step. First of all, you find the sound. You practice the words. You make the words more difficult. You do phrases. And then you do sentences. Otto, go ahead. Actually, let me hold up. Retroflow. Okay. Do we have a link for monthly course DDM plus AMA? Yes, Eunice. What link do you want? Francis, can you give her the link? Ask her what link she wants, Francis. Thank you. It's Eunice. Eunice there. Otto, go ahead.
Hi, Coach Shan. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm in your 8-week program.
Yes.
And I have a question. The task one is Carrie's not gonna make it home for dinner. And my coach told me it's Carrie's it's Carrie's, but I still feel it's in your video. It's S.
Okay, so okay, good. So this is another really important thing. So in this word with the S, so who can give me the answer? Is this an S sound or a Z sound? S or Z? Just write S or Z. Alexander, you're right. That's right. It's a Z sound. It's a Z sound. Yes. It's a Z. Let me give you another one. And Otto, I'm answering your question, but let me take my time. You guys know this word, right? The verb picked. Is this a D or a T? Is that a D or a T?
T.
It's a T, right? Now, what's interesting, and everybody should know that Carrie's picked. That's exactly right. 100% correct. But let's go back to, wait. I'm not answering it yet. Let's go back to this. Now let's make it a phrasal verb. And now I told you yesterday, if you were in class yesterday, you know that if a word starts with a vowel, we have to link. Okay. And when we link the sound, it's completely linked. So it's not like this. It's this. Okay. This is not a linking. That's wrong. That's wrong. It's this. So when we link, what's the pronunciation? Who can, is it a D or a T? All we did was bring the D over here. Is it a D or a T? It changes back to a D. That's right. So here it's picked, but here it's picked off, picked off. It goes back to a D. Okay. And the reason is because we linked it. So this one also is a tricky one. Absolutely, it's carries. Now, can we link an S? I mean, there's no vowel here. There's no vowel. Can we link an S? We can. Actually, we can. We don't have to. So if we're not going to link, we'd say carries not gonna, carries not gonna, and that's a Z. Carries not gonna. But if we link, carries not gonna, carries not gonna, carries not gonna, it actually kind of goes back to being an S. Okay. So in PIRF, and once again, Otto's in the 8-week speaking class, I actually want perfect pronunciation. So Otto, you are not wrong. If we say it fast, yes, this S is not going to be pronounced here. It's going to be over here. And it's not a strong S, but it is more like an S sound. Carrie's not gonna, Carrie's not gonna, Carrie's not gonna, Carrie's not gonna. I agree. It definitely could be an S. But what the coach was saying he wants or she wants perfect pronunciation. That's why they want you to keep that Z. In that situation, Otto, say it like this. Carrie's not gonna make it home for dinner. Carrie's not gonna. Don't link it. Try and keep it separate. You want to try that, Otto?
So it's S natural sound is Z.
Here it is a Z sound.
Original sound is Z.
Okay, yes. Let me ask another question. When is the S an S or a Z? Who can tell me? When is the S and S at the end of a word, right? When is the S and S? When is the S and Z? At the end of a word. When is at the end of a word, when is the S an S sound? When is it a Z sound? Before vowels, it's a Z. So wait a minute. That was Mina. So here. So in this case, we got a vowel. So this is a Z sound, yes or no? Khalil, that's a good answer. No, right. So we got to be careful before vowels. And I understand what you mean, and you're right. That's right. Khalil gave me a good answer. Before the what is it going to be? The A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Could be a hard G. Like egg. No. Sorry. G, K, duh. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. There's never a Q at the end. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yeah, after these sounds, remember, we can have a silent. So in this case, it's a silent, so it's a K. After these consonants, it will be an S. Any other time, it's going to be a Z. The X, by the way, is just a K. It's just a K. Okay. So that's it. It's easy. It's actually easy to remember if you want to memorize it. FKPST, the hard consonants. After that, it's an S. Okay.
Okay.
There's another good question. The AI, when does the I sound like a long? So by the way, guys, long I and short I. So I do not teach IPA. If you guys know the IPA symbols, like the what is it? The schwa sound and the this sound. Those symbols. I don't do that. And the reason I don't do that is because no one in America knows what the hell it is. If they just don't know. And if you want, I'll tell you why IPA is not good, but I'll skip that for now. What I use in America is what American kids learn in school. Every American knows what a long I and a short I is. So when is the I a long I? When is the I a short I? It depends. There are rules. Okay? And the rules are, if you have a consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, it's going to be short. If you have a consonant, vowel, it's going to be long. If you have a consonant, vowel, consonant, E, it's going to be long. If you have vowel, consonant, consonant, it's going to be short. Okay? So these are the rules. And this is a syllable. It's based on a syllable. Okay? So for example, H-I-C-K, hick. H-I, high. H-I-K-E, hike. and ick. Okay. And these words follow this rule. Okay. This is what American children learn when we start reading, when we start to learn how to read. That's exactly what we learn. However, if anybody has experience with English, you will know that we break these rules all the time. We break them constantly. The best way to learn when is it a long I or when is it a short I is simply to listen to Americans speak and repeat. That's how every American learned how to speak. And unfortunately, that's not how you did. Richard's son, Eric, has been with me for 10 years. 10 years. He's been with me for 2 years. And his pronunciation is fantastic. He's got an American teacher, had an American teacher in China. He learned his speaking before he worried about spelling, before he worried about the letters and the sounds. He learned his speaking. That's the way to do it. And that's why for adults, for you guys, learning pronunciation is so tough, because in our minds, we have the spelling, but why is the pronunciation wrong? So we had, in a PIRF assignment, we had this word. So what should the pronunciation, according to the rule, what should the pronunciation be? Short I or long I? Short I or long I? What should the pronunciation be? Should be short, yeah. But it's long. We say pint, a pint of beer. So it says consonant, vowel, consonant, 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 vowel, it should be pint, pint. No, it's pint, okay? So that's just a perfect example of when we have a rule, but we break it. In that PIRF assignment, almost every student said pint. And that means every student was wrong. Yeah, and then we have P-I-N-K. Now it's a short I, pink. So a pink pint, a pink pint. So there you go. It's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. So Nike, we say Nike and Nike. So Nike, long I, but we also say Nike. And now when we say this, it should be a silent E, but here we're pronouncing it. And that's this. So this is Nike. There are two different pronunciations. This is Nike, and this is Nike. Nike, it's 2 syllables. Pen, pin, down south. I doubt that. I think Johnny Depp said it with a short I in the trail. I don't know what trail means. Southern dialect, pan. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about dialects because we got Texas, we got the South, we got Texas, we got the South, we got New Jersey, we've got Boston, we've got New York, we got Chicago, we've got LA, we got Encino, man. We've got so many different dialects in America, so many. All the rules have exceptions. Absolutely. Trial. Trial is a long I. Yeah, trial. Yeah, that's a long I. That would be, see, the TRs, and it follows the word. The TR is a cluster, so trial. So that actually follows the pronunciation. It should not be trill. If somebody said that, they're wrong. Not now, Khalil. Join the live classes, Khalil. Or maybe a little bit later. Any more questions? You can ask about anything. Did you guys have an enjoy? Was the weekend okay? Was the master class? Did you learn anything? Did you enjoy it? Only Khalil liked it. Oh, good. Great. Thank you. Alexia, thank you. Miranda, thank you. Soda, thank you. Denise, thank you. Thank you, Ayoko. Ayoko, we'll hook you up like very quickly. Thank you so much. Ayoko just joined. That's fantastic. How do you learn prepositions? Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably do it every month. I'll try to do it every month. That's great, Alexia. Yeah. Well, reviewing is really, so some of my DDM members, this will sometimes be a review, but trust me, we talk about things here that we didn't in other classes, and these things will really be in your brain. If this is something that you studied already, what you learned today or relearned today is yours. You will absolutely own it. That's for sure. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. If you guys could just send an email and say, oh, I like the class, I would sincerely appreciate that. I would really love that. My email, again, the easy email is contact@letsmasterenglish.com. I would love that. Somebody asked, how do you learn prepositions? Well, prepositions aren't difficult. There's location, right? There's time. And what's the other one? I forgot what the other one is. Yeah, that's right, Miranda. Okay, yeah. So here's a good question. What would be, and I'll talk about that in a minute. What would be the perfect steps to improve active listening to someone who's always thinking in Spanish? Number one, turn off the subtitles. And that's so important. Turn off the subtitles and don't stop. You have to, this is why DDM is really good. DDM, we have 5 lessons a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it's a lot. And we keep it intense. And we don't give you a chance to translate. So if you're like translating in your head, you got to stop that. And the only way to stop that is to be in an English environment, to be constantly being hit with English. The more English you're being hit with, at first, when you hear the English, you're going to translate, right? But then as you are comfortable with the situation, you translate less. And then eventually you stop translating. Like with this script, remember we had the shark? They were talking about the shark. Yesterday when we did the dictation, where's the shark? Yesterday when we did the dictation, almost everybody missed shark. They didn't hear it. They wrote something else. But then when I gave them the word shark, then when they heard it again, of course they heard shark. And they heard it again, they heard shark. It was not a problem anymore. So here they're kind of they're thinking in their language. Oh, what was that? They're maybe translating a little bit. But as you move on, you're comfortable with it, and you stop translating. It's experience. So you have to intensely be hit with English, okay? And it doesn't have to be all day long. It can be 30 minutes a day. Be hit with English. But be hit again and hit again. Start feeling comfortable. You're going to stop translating. Translating is a bad habit unless you're going to live forever in your country and never speak to somebody directly. You can just use AI. You can use ChatGPT. But if you're actually going to be speaking to people and enjoying things in a live situation, you got to stop translating. You have to do that. Thank you. Location, time, and direction. Location, time, and direction. There's only 3 types of prepositions, really. And there's so many basic grammar books out there that you can master that. The problem with prepositions is usually people get confused. Is it under? Is it below? Yeah, whatever. Americans don't care. You can say it's under the table, it's below the table, whatever. We don't care. Okay. They're different, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What's more important are phrasal verbs. Okay. And phrasal verbs is the action verb plus the participle. The participle would be the preposition. This is much more important and much trickier. And the way to learn phrasal verbs is to use them and see them being used, and then ask, why is it pick up? Okay, you're not going to lift the woman. Why do you say, I'm going to pick up some chicks? You're not lifting them. Why up? Who can tell me? Let's talk about that. I'm going to pick up some chicks. So pick, I think we understand. Instead of pick, what can we say? Instead of pick, what can we say?
Seduce.
No. Choose. Select. That's what pick means. We're just looking at pick. Pick means to choose or select, right? This is why phrasal verbs get confusing, guys. We got to clean up our thinking. Pick means to choose or select. That's what that means. What does the up participle mean in this situation? Completely no. I'll help you, Soda. What is the up?
It's like put item from lower place to the higher place here. Does that make sense?
No. You're not on the wrong track, though. You're on the kind of the right idea. In this case, up. Gavin was on the right idea. It doesn't mean lower to higher, but it means from here, from there to here. Okay, it means from there to here. Okay, so when you move something, so for example, I've got my water here. Okay, you see my water's right here, and I'm going to move it here. Okay, now I can slide it, right? I can just slide it, or I can do that, and this is the up. Okay. It moves, I'm moving it from here to here, okay? And when I do that, I pick it up. So you're going to pick up a chick, she's over there, right? But she's separated. She doesn't know you. So you're going to acquire her. So Gavin is right in that aspect, and you're not going to physically pick her up, but you're going to acquire her. That's what the up has the nuance of in this case. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the word over also had the same meaning, right, Coach?
But we don't say pick over chicks. We don't say that. We say pick up. Yeah. Keep the mics off, otherwise it's going to be chaos, guys. Up can mean, so let's say clean up. Let's say clean up. What does up mean? Up means keep your mics off. Yeah, keep your mics off, Gavin. Yeah, just write it down. Keep your mics off. Otherwise, we'll have chaos. Completely. Good. Let's see. Yeah, and there can be other situations too. I'm going to take a question from Soda. This is a great Soda, and Denise agrees with the question. So this is Soda's question. When we did the dictation yesterday, you played the whole sentences for 3 to 5 times, and then we tried to dictate. But when I dictate alone, I always stop after 1 or 3 words. Is it okay? Sure. What should I do to overcome this? Listen to the whole sentence. When I listened to some video on YouTube, I still heard what they say part by part. Yeah. So this is tough to do. You have to hear the sentence rhythm. So let's listen to a little bit of George here. Just to, for example.
Tonight, some guy from NBC saw my set.
Okay, so saw my set. I would stop there. Let's go back.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set. Hey, you should have been here.
So what we do, first of all, we listen. Where is the pause? Let's listen. Let's go back. Where's the pause?
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set. He wants me to do a
Oh, so set. We're going to stop after set.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set.
And if we listen, It sounds like after tonight, there's another pause. So let's go before tonight.
Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw. Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from. Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy.
So either you know it or you don't. So what I would do, let's say I don't understand, but I hear tonight. I would say, hey, tonight. Okay. And then we start next set. Let's listen to the next part.
Guy from NBC saw my set. Hey, you should have been here tonight. Some guy from NBC saw my set.
Some guy. I think I got that. Some guy. NBC. This is how you do it. I mean, there's no answer. You can go tiny bits at a time. I prefer you go a section at a time. It's up to you. I want you to remember, number one, I want you to understand what they're saying. Okay. You don't need every word to understand. But the reason we do dictation is to fix our English. And that's what dictation will do. It will show you. So even though you have an understanding of what they're saying, if you understand what they're saying, you should be able to write it perfectly. So do the dictation. Did you do it perfectly? Usually no. And where you have the mistakes, that's where your problems are. The problems might be grammar, but they're usually pronunciation. Okay. Or they could be both. So there's no perfect way. What I tell my DDM members is I make the sizes. The size is always intentional. And I recommend, I say 30 minutes for one assignment, which is 7.5 minutes. So on this dictation, spend 7 minutes and 30 seconds. If you can't finish it in 7 minutes and 30 seconds, go to the next section. Right here, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Spend 7 minutes and 30 seconds. You can finish in 30 minutes. If you do or you don't. If you don't worry about it. Don't worry if you make a mistake or you can't hear it. Don't worry about it, because I'll give you the answers tomorrow. And then probably you'll be like, oh my God, that's so easy. So you have to practice saying it. Okay. So that's my recommendation. Soda, does that make sense? Denise, does that make sense? Thanks. Good. Absolutely. Good. Good. Yeah. Absolutely. No problems. What time is it? Oh my God. You guys are tough. Or you have nothing to do. I appreciate it. Zion. Hi, coach. This is the first time to join the live class and it's excellent. Where can I learn those rules about pronunciation? So if you got the email, I gave you a list. I gave you a link to yesterday's class. I gave you a link to yesterday's class. Only have you. We're doing great. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. So once again, Coach Francis has been here the whole time. Say hi, everybody, to Coach Francis. Thank you so much, Coach Francis. I appreciate it. It's very late for Coach Francis. He needs to go to bed. And I appreciate it. So if you have any questions, once again, I would love to see you in